Welcome to today's lesson. Today's lesson is on equation of ellipse. Recall in the last video, we talked about the equation of a circle. So let's give attention now to equation of an ellipse. Well, remember to share this video, like this video, and subscribe. If there's a question you want me to find answer to, put it in the comment section. If there's a topic you want me to treat, please also put it in the comment section. But before we dive into the equation of an ellipse, let's define what an ellipse is. An ellipse is a locus of points in a plane. The sum of whose distances from two fixed points is a constant value. The two fixed points are called the foci of the ellipse. Now, I give a sketch here to help us understand what an ellipse is. So we could see the locus of point in the plane. We'll have the x and y coordinates, and then the locus of point in this plane help us to find what an ellipse is. Now, this is the locus, as we can see, and then we'll have the focus. Now, we'll have the point of origin, point of intersection between the x and the y axis, and then we'll have points at the different side of the ellipse. Now, this is something we need to remember. We don't need to remember all of this these days. It's just to know the equation of an ellipse, because that's what actually we need at this stage now in solving questions. The equation is x squared divided a squared plus y squared divided b squared equals to 1. So you have x squared divided a squared plus y squared divided b squared equal to 1. Now let's define some term which you can see in the diagram before we continue. We have the focus. You can see that here, the positive side of the axis, and then you have it at the negative side of the coordinates. Now here the focus is actually we have two focus there. So because it is in plural form, have the foci, their coordinates are this and this. So the coordinates of the first focus is C0, and the coordinate of the second one is minus C0. You know the reason why this is minus? Because in your graph, this is the negative sides of the Cartesian plane, while this is the positive sides of the Cartesian plane. The same thing applies to the y-axis. This is the positive side of the Cartesian plane, and this is the negative side. So here, the focus, there are two foci. This is one for the first coordinate, C0, and this is the second one for the second coordinate, minus C and 0. Now the distance between the foci is equal to 2c. This is the distance between this and this is equal to 2c. Okay, now let's look at the center. The center is the midpoint of the line joining the two foci, and this is called the center of the ellipse. It is denoted by HK. Recall, this is the focus, so the two foci, and then this is the center of the ellipse, and this is denoted by HK, which is the midpoint of the line that is joining the two foci. The next thing to remember is the major axis. Now, when we talk about the major axis, this is the longest diameter of an ellipse. This is it. The longest diameter of the ellipse is the major axis. And the length of this major axis of the ellipse is 2a. And the end vertices of this major axis is a0. Let's close this. And minus a0. The next one is the minor axis. This is the minor axis, which is for the y coordinate. So the minor axis is the shortest diameter of an ellipse. The length of the minor axis of the ellipse is 2b. So which means from here, this point to this point is 2b. And the end vertices of this minor axis is what you see here, 0b and 0 minus b. Now, if you remember this, it's going to be easier for us to apply this formula, x squared divided a squared plus y squared divided b squared equals to 1 in solving questions. Remember, that's the equation of an ellipse. Now, let's look at some examples of questions to solve involving equation of ellipse. The first example here is, what are the values of a and b in the equation of ellipse 16x squared plus 25y squared equals to 1600 or 1600. Now, the first thing we're going to do here is to rewrite the given equation to look like the standard equation of an ellipse. Now, recall, the standard equation of an ellipse is x squared divide a squared plus y squared divide b squared equal to 1. Now, I'm going to rewrite this given equation, 16x squared plus 25y squared equals to 1600, to look like this equation of an ellipse. Now, how do I do that? Well, this is 1 here. It's just to divide by the value you have here. If you're able to make this 1, then every other thing will fall in place. So it's going to be 16x squared divide 1600 plus y squared divide, oh, that's 25y squared. So please pardon me. Divide 1600 equal to 1600 divide 1600. So I've succeeded in dividing through by 1600. And if you do that, you're going to have this. If this should cancel this out, it's going to be x squared divide 100 plus, if 25 should divide 1600, it's going to be y squared. You'll be left with 64. And if they should divide this will be equal to 1. So you can see our equation now resembles the equation of an ellipse. Now, once you've done that, you can now find the values of a and b. So if you compare both equations, this is x squared divide a squared. So the value there, a squared, will be equal to 100. To get a value of a, you look for the square root of 100, and a is equal to 10. That's the same thing you do for b. B squared will be equals to 64. And to get a value for b, you look for the square root of 64. And if you do that, you get 8. Again, as usual, you're going to take just the positive values. So these are the values of a and b. A is 10 and b is 8. Now let's look at the next question. The next question, we have to find the length of major and minor axes of the ellipse x squared divided 25 plus y squared divided 16 equal to 1. So how do we find this? Now recall, what is the length of major axis of the ellipse again? The major axis is given as 2a, and the minor axis is given as 2b. So remember that. So that's what we are looking for. The given equation is this: x squared divided 25 plus y squared divided 16 equal to 1. The general form of an equation of an ellipse is x squared divided a squared plus y squared divide b squared equal to 1. So let's compare both equations. If you compare this and this, we can get a value of a squared, which is 25. And then to get a value of a, we look for the square root of 25, which is equal to 5. But now we're looking for the major axis. So to get a major axis, 2a will be equal to 2 times 5, which is equal to 10. You know the reason why. The a is already 5, and so 2a will be 2 multiply 5, which is 10. Now how about to get the b on the minor axis, which is 2b? The same procedure. B squared will be equal to 16. And for you to get the value of b is to get the square root of 16, which is 4. Now to get the minor axis, it will be 2b equal to, what's b? 2 multiply 4. And that gives you 8. So that's the solution to the question. Now let's look at the next question, number 3. Find the equation of the ellipse having major axis along the x-axis and passing through the point. And the coordinates are -3, 1 and 2, -2. We always begin with the standard equation of an ellipse, which is x squared divide a squared plus y squared divide b squared equal to 1. Now the points that are given are -3, 1 and 2, -2. These points lie on the ellipse. So if it does, this is your x value, this is your y value, this is your x value, this is your y value. So we're going to have 2 equations. So the first equation will be, here is x squared. So -3 squared will be 9 divide a squared plus, this is y, 1 squared will be 1 divide b squared equals to 1. So that is the first equation. So let's go to the second equation using the same equation of an ellipse. X is 2, so 2 squared will be 4 divide a squared plus y is -2, y squared will be 4 divide b squared equal to 1. So this is equation 2. Now you're going to solve these 2 equations simultaneously. If you do that, I'm not going to show you how to do that simultaneous equation. It's very easy. You can check one of my previous videos. I guess I have treated simultaneous equation. If not, let me know. This will give you a square will be equal to 32 divide 3. And b square will be 32 divide 5. If you put these values into the equation of an ellipse, you're going to have x squared divide 32 divide 3 plus y squared divide 32 divide 5 equal to 1. But you can simplify this equation further. If you do that, you're going to have 3x squared plus 5y squared equal to 32. So that's the solution to the question. So you can try out this equation, which is in this box. Do this for me. X squared divide 36 plus y squared divide 25 is equals to 1. And what are you finding or looking for? You're finding the length of the major axis and the minor axis of the ellipse. So this is the given equation. You're finding, or you're asked to look for the major axis and the minor axis of the ellipse. If you've done that, or if you can do it, put your answer in the comment section. Remember to share, like, and subscribe. If there's any question you want me to treat, put it in the comment section. If there's a topic you want me to talk or teach, also put it in the comment section. See you in the next video.